Abhyaso. Abhyaso. Repeat out loud.
Abhyaso.
Okay. Na hi tyaktavyo.
Na hi
Tavyo.
Okay. I'm just going to mute you just for a while. Okay. Abhyaso hi, but remember the swallow. Param balam. Okay, this is not b, it's not bh like this. So it's not b, balam, it's balam. You swallow the b, balam. Param, swallow the p, balam, swallow the b. Ana pya, this is the bh. Ana pyase, long a, long e. Ana pyase. Vish, this is a retroflex. What does retroflex mean? If you want, this is in Devanagari. Vish, remember where the tongue is? It's in the 70–60% forward, up. Visham, visham. Vidya, vidya, long A. Long I, ajirne, ajirne. Now, see, this is a retroflex, N, right? Like this, or like that. This is not where we're supposed to now. Some words, we need to be conscious where the tongue goes. For example, in visham, because it's very easy to say that that normal, that shoe, that sh, like shoe. But this is a little bit more conscious, visham, so you need to be conscious of your tongue. Now, other words, your tongue will automatically be in the right place, like ajirne. Just say ajirne. Now pause it at N, ajirn, and notice where the tongue is, ajirne, ajirne. Okay, so that's what we mean. This is a retroflex showing us where the tongue position is. Bhojanam, bhojanam. Visham, visham. Okay, now do the first line and then we all do it together. So reading the first line. Abhyaso na hi tyaktavyo, abhyaso hi param balam.
Abhyaso nahi taktavyo. Abhyaso
hi
param balam.
Okay. Anabhyase visham vidya, ajirne bhojanam visham.
Anabhyase visham
vidya
ajirne
bhojanam
visham.
Okay. Anabhya, I heard anabhyase, it wasn't strong enough. Anabhyase
Anabhyase
visham vidya, ajirne bhojanam visham.
Visham vidya ajirne bhojanam visham.
Okay, now I'm going to do the chant. Abhyaso nahi tyaktavyo, abhyaso hi param balam, anabhyase visham vidya, ajirne bhojanam visham. Go.
Abhyaso nahi taktavyo. Abhyaso hi param balam. Anabhyase visham vidya. Ajirne bhojanam visham.
Okay, let's choose random. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm just going to move my finger and point on a random person to chant. Zoop. Okay, Joy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Abhyaso nahi taktabho abhyaso hi parambalam.
Okay, pause. Okay, so I'm going to do it together and you follow after me. Abhyaso nahi tyaktavyo.
Abhyaso nahi taktabho.
Okay, let's do it word by word. Abhyaso.
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 Bhaya. Abhyaso.
Abhyaso.
Nahi tyaktavyo.
Nahi taktabho.
Tya.
Nahi taktabho.
Tyaktavyo.
Taktabho.
Vyo. Vyo.
Taktabho.
Abhyaso hi parambalam.
Abhyaso hi parambalam.
Abhyaso.
Abhyaso.
Again, even slower. A, B, H, Y, A, S, O.
Abhyaso.
Good. Abhyaso. Abhyaso.
Abhyaso.
Good. Hi parambalam.
Hi parambalam.
Now, next line, I'll go first. Anabhyase visham vidya.
Anabhyase bhisham vidya.
Now, this V is going to be like Wabbit or Victor. So just visham.
Bhisham.
Yeah, so it's not a B as in bat, but more like V as in Victor. So Wisham.
Visham.
Yeah, Wisham Vidya.
Visham vidya.
Vidya. Again.
Anabhyase bhisham vidya.
So focusing here, Visham Vidya. Visham Vidya.
Bhisham vidya.
Say Victor.
Victor.
Okay, say victory.
Victory.
Say again, victory.
Victory.
Okay, now Visham.
Bhisham.
Say victory 5 times and then say Visham.
Victory, 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 Bhisham.
Okay, so I want to refine that that B into a V. How about very good? Very good.
Very good.
Okay, so Visham Vidya. Go.
Bhisham vidya.
Ajirne bhojanam.
Ajirne bhojanam.
Visham.
Bhisham.
Okay, so the feedback is just work on that because every time we say the V, right, it sounds like there's a big difference between a B and a V, right? A B and a V. So the two totally different things. So practice between B and V. B, V, B, V. Can you hear the difference? B,
Yeah.
V. Okay, so this is our homework. Let's choose one more. Doing. Okay, we got Bindu and Bimao. Please unmute yourself. Hello? Bindu and Bimao. Oh, unmute.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. Hi. Okay, would you like to go?
Yes, please.
Yes, please. Okay. Abhyaso nahi tyaktavyo.
Abhyaso nahi tyaktavyo. Abhyaso hi parambalam. Anabhyase visham vidya. Ajirne bhojanam visham.
Super. Okay. Another z. Okay. Pritpao, unmute yourself.
Abhyaso nahi tyaktavyo, abhyaso hi param balam, anabhyase visham vidya, ajirne bhojanam visham,
Bhojanam visham.
bhojanam visham,
Okay, so say bhojanam again.
bhojanam.
Okay, and okay, good. So that's just that little B versus B versus B. So this is where I'm going to put these stresses on the aspiration versus non-aspiration. Okay, good. And one more. Actually, before picking, unmute yourself if you would like to go. I'd like to give you a chance.
I would like to go, Andre. Gopala.
Please do, Gopala.
Abhyaso nahi tyaktavyo. Abhyaso hi parambalam. Anabhyase visham vidya. Ajirne bhojanam visham.
Good, excellent. Okay, another person. Please unmute yourself.
I can go. Göknur.
Yes, please, Goknur, go.
Apyaso nahi tyaktavyo. Apyaso hi parampalam. Anapyase visham vidya. Ajirne bhosham
Bhojanam.
Visham.
Okay, now I focus on this word here. I'm just erase.
What?
Okay, so ajirne. Say.
Ajirne.
Okay, so the r is a little bit strong. Ajirne.
Ajirne.
Okay, so your homework is to okay, work on the r's. Okay, now say param.
Param.
Okay, now when I heard is there's that American at param, right?
Param.
So it's param.
Param.
So I'm making it exaggerated just so you can hear, but it's param balam.
Param. Balam.
And now
Balam.
this one, bhojanam. Bhojanam.
Bhojanam.
Okay, again.
Bhojanam.
Bhojanam.
Janam.
Excellent.
Bhojanam.
Good. Okay. One more. Thank you, Goknur. One more person.
I'll go, Andre.
Yes, please, Casey, go.
Abhyaso nahi tyaktavyo. Abhyaso hi parambalam. Anabhyase visham
Vidya.
Ajine bhojanam visham.
Okay, now say abhyaso.
Abhyaso.
So what I heard was there's a common at the beginning is to not pay attention to these long A's and O's. So whenever we see an O, E or an O, it's A and O. Okay. So say abhyaso.
Abhyaso.
And say this word here.
Janam.
Ajirne.
Oh, what? Ajirne.
Okay, ajirne bhojanam visham.
Ajirne bhojanam visham.
Bhojanam visham.
Bhojanam.
So if I say it's like this. So watch. Yeah. So if I say b, I'm gonna blow the computer away. Bhojanam visham, right? So it's such a strong.
But the thing is,
With the line.
Yeah. Okay, someone else would like to go before we go to the next one.
Shall I try?
Who's this?
This is Manish.
Manish, please do.
Abhyaso nahi tyaktavyo. Abhyaso hi param balam. Anabhyase visham vidya. Ajirne bhojanam visham.
Super. All right. Okay, let's go on to ornaments. Hastasya. Hastasya. Repeat.
Hastasya.
Hastasya.
Bhushanam.
Bhushanam.
So it's a long U there. Bhushanam. Bhushanam. Danam. Danam. Satyam.
Satyam.
Kantha. Kantha. Kantasya.
Kantasya.
Bhushanam.
Bhushanam.
Shrotrasya. Shrotrasya.
Shrotrasya.
Bhushanam.
Bhushanam.
Shastram.
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 Bhushanaihi.
Bhushanaihi.
Okay, this is that visarga that echoes the preceding vowel. The I is the vowel, so ihi. And then kim prayojanam. Prayojanam. Okay, I'll go now with the verse and then we listen carefully. Hastasya bhushanam danam satyam kantasya bhushanam shrotrasya bhushanam shastram bhushanaih kim prayojanam. Okay, we do it together now. Go.
Hastasya bhushanam danam satyam kantasya bhushanam shrotasya bhushanam shastram
bhushanaih kim prayojanam. Okay. Now I would like someone please unmute yourself and I will, for the sake of feedback.
Yeah. I will do, Andre. This is Gopala.
Gopala, please do.
Hastasya bhushanam danam satyam kantasya bhushanam srotasya bhushanam shastram bhushanaihi kim prayojanam.
Okay, say kantasya.
Kantasya.
Strong puff of air.
Kantasya. Tasya.
Shrotrasya. It's like shu. Shrotrasya.
Trasya.
Now watch where my mouth, my tongue is. Shrotrasya. Shrotrasya. So it's at the front.
Shrotrasya.
And then bhu, we're looking at this one here. Bhushanaich. That's a soft H. Bhushanaich kim.
Bhushanaich kim.
Now the question would be, if we read it, we say Bhushanaihi kim. Bhushanaihi kim. But if we chant it, it is Bhushanaich kim. Can you hear the difference?
Yeah.
Now the question, this is for everyone. Why is it the difference? Because when we chant the meter, then for the sake of flow, then this visarga, what's this called? Everyone repeat. Visarga.
Sarga.
Then this visarga goes into a silent h, just like a gentle h. Therefore, bhushanaich kim.
Bhushanaich kim.
Versus reading would be bhushanaihi kim.
Bhushanaihi kim.
Okay, so again, someone give me both versions, the reading version and the chanting version. Unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, go. Yes.
Bhushanai.
Hastasya bhushanam dhanam satyam kanthasya bhushanam shrotrasya bhushanam shastram bhushanaiः kim prayojanam.
And read.
Hastasya bhushanam dhanam satyam kanthasya bhushanam shrotrasya bhushanam shastram bhushanaiः kim prayojanam.
10 out of 10. Someone else? Well done, Swarna.
Thank you.
Hastasya bhushanam danam satyam kantasya bhushanam shrotrasya bhushanam shastram bhushanaiः kim prayojanam.
Good. 10 out of 10. Now read.
Hastasya bhushanam danam satyam kantasya bhushanam shrotasya bhushanam shastram bhushanaiः kim prayojanam.
Shrotrasya. Okay. Okay, good. Someone else? So this was Mani and Mira. Which one of you was it? Mani or Mira?
Mira.
Mira. Okay, well done, Mira. Someone else, please. Unmute yourself and go.
Hastasya bhushanam danam satyam kantasya bhushanam shrotrasya bhushanam shastram bhushanai kim prayojanam.
Good. Now read.
Hastasya bhushanam danam satyam kantasya bhushanam shrotasya bhushanam shastram bhushanaihi kim prayojanam.
Now all of the words are well pronounced. The only feedback is there needs to be an emphasis between the shorts and the longs. So how about this one? Pronounce danam.
Danam.
How about without me saying this one?
Bhushanam.
Good. How about this one?
Shrotrasya bhushanam.
And this one?
Shastram.
This one?
Bhushanaihi.
And this one?
Prayojanam. Prayojanam.
Okay, now read again the first line.
Hastasya bhushanam danam satyam kantasya bhushanam.
Second.
Shrotasya bhushanam shastram bhushanam bhushanaihi kim prayojanam.
Second improvement. Excellent. Wow. Excellent.
Andre, can I ask a question?
Who's asking?
Veronica.
Veronica, hi.
First of all, Shamyatam for coming late. The question is that for this, with the S in the Bhushanam, S there's a dot under the S, right? So what is the difference between the sh when we say Shrotrasya, with that S acute accent, and the S with the bottom?
Yeah, so
with the dot on the bottom.
Yeah, so this is we're going to learn about sibilants just now. This is a retroflex. This is where, okay, so let's focus on this one now. So this sh is where the tongue is on the top forward of the mouth. Sh.
Sh.
And this sh is if you say shell, like seashell, sh. Now notice when you say shell, where the tongue is, sh. It's more like forward, isn't it? Shell. And then say sh when it's more up, sh.
Okay.
Big difference, huh? Sh. So this is something to practice. We'll get to the alphabet now, yeah?
Sorry.
Sorry, Andre, Shiva here. Can I ask a question?
Shiva, yes,
from
go.
There? Yeah. So there's a difference between the sh in the Shrotrasya and Shastram. But when you see in the Devanagari, they are different. But when you write in
no, because this is sh, because this is just when you write that's how you say shro in Devanagari. right? So this is the original. So we're talking about this sh, yeah?
Yeah.
That one you understand. Now, if you want to
Yes.
say, now so that equals sh, sha.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how do you say shra? Now, you could say something like, well, actually, I don't need, no, I'm just going to do a proper version. That would equal to, we have to remember this. Like that, shra, and then like that, okay? That's shra.
True.
Okay, when we get to Devanagari, then I will teach us about these. They're called complicated or unusual combinations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, someone else before we move on to our group conversation.
Yes, I'll try. This is Kelsey.
Go, please, Kelsey.
Hastasya bhushanam danam satyam kantasya bhushanam shrotrasya bhushanam shastram bhushana kim prayojanam.
Am I speaking to Kelsey? Who am I speaking to?
Yes.
Kelsey, was this you?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sound different.
Yes.
Okay, say this one. Say again, I didn't hear.
Sorry, my internet's a little slow. Okay. Danam.
Danam. Okay, how about this one?
Danam. Urshanahi.
Bhushanaihi.
Urshanahi kim.
Okay, and this one, last.
Prayojanam.
Okay, good. So I just wanted to stress out on those longs and short versus short. It's a big difference, huh? Otherwise, it was good. So we'll practice and we'll get better and better. Okay, now let's go on to. This is a template. Okay, so here's what's going to happen. So right now we're all looking at a template, and this template is going to be between two people, person A and person B. Okay, that's very easy. Now you're going to select. You're going to say, okay, so I'm going to put you into groups between two people. Yeah, if you're a couple, then you will be, obviously you will be working with someone else over Zoom. So as a couple, you can act as one person together with someone else on Zoom. So when I put you into groups between two people, you're going to first decide, do you want to be person A or person B? Okay, so suppose that someone's person A. And then you will just follow the script. Now, do not just mechanically follow the script. According to our spoken Sanskrit, we should be able to distinguish what are we saying. For example, if I say bhavataha nama kim, then what should come to your mind? Bhavataha nama kim.
Talking to a
So
boy.
male.
The man.
To a
Yeah.
male, and
What
what's
is
your
your name,
name?
sir?
Yeah, officer name what? That's directly translated. Officer name what? What is your name, sir? Now, why did I put these green kripaya here? Because it gives you some options. You can insert. Kripaya means
Please.
please. So you can say bhavataha nama kim kripaya or kripaya bhavataha nama kim. Okay, so it's something that you can just add. Or here we can say how is your health, right? Kushalam asti wa. Why is this? What's this wa doing here? What does this wa mean? Wa means it's a question.
Question.
Okay, now there's another va that we will learn soon, which means or. Okay, for example, pustakam parnam va, right? Book or leaf, right? So, but don't confuse it. So in this case, it means question. And then the other person can say, yes, my health is okay. Or they can say, you can improvise, you can say, nahi. Nahi means no. Of me, wellness not exist. my wellness, I'm not well. And then we can say dhanyavadaha, okay? For the Indians, it's not dhanyavad, it's dhanyavadaha. So exaggerate that VA, long A there. And then we're going to go into stage 2. Okay, so we have done the intro. Now let's go into asking each other, do you have? Okay, so we're going to continue with that same person. You will say, sir, of sir, astiwa, that means of sir, is there book? You can insert something. Now, don't just say book because I said pustakam now. This is spoken Sanskrit. You can choose Upanetram, you can choose Vatayanam, you can choose Duradarshanam, right? You can choose Parnam, Pushpam, Jalam, Dugdham, etc. And then the other person will reply, yes, of me, whatever the word, that person asked, of me pustakam exists. Yes, I have a book. Or no, I don't have a book. And then you're going to say, okay, then if you have a book, then where is your book? So bhavataha pustakam kutra asti. Kutra means where. Kutra asti. And then the other person says, mama, which means directly of me. That means my book. And then either it's atra here, tatra there, or anyatra, it's elsewhere. That means it's not around here. Asti. So mama pustakam atra asti. Or you can say mama pustakam atra nasti. It is not here. Okay, so we have done stage 2. Stage 3. Let's ask about hobbies. We're going to say Kim, what? Tvaya na ramyate. So this means what is enjoyed by you. Okay, what is enjoyed by you? Or you can say Kim tvaya na ramyate. It's up to the person. And then another person can say book pustakam maya of me is enjoyed. Or pustakam of me is not enjoyed. Okay. And then what else? Okay, what else? Person A says what else? Atakim, ata means else. Or otherwise. Otherwise what? Or what else? And then you can continue. And then so be it. In other words, okay. Bhavatu, okay. And then person A says mam prichatu, which means what?
Ask me.
Good. And then what happens now? You go back to the beginning and now you swap roles. Okay, now A is B and B is A. Any questions?
Yeah, Andre, so tatastu is also so be it. And when would you use tatastu and bhav? I think you said bhavatu is also fine be it.
Yeah, bhavatu, so be it, or tatastu, so be it also, same thing.
Okay.
So you can interchange.
Okay.
Okay, so take a deep breath and you will be, what's going to happen now is going to be suddenly finding yourself magically with another face. And I'm going to do this for the first time here. I'm going to do breakouts. And I'll give you 20 minutes. Now, if you do this faster than 20 minutes, then keep changing, right? Because repetition is the key. Grammar, lesson 3. All right. Number 1 to 7. So we're going to cover 1 all the way down to 7. So to visualize this, I'm just going to bring up the alphabet here. Okay. So all that 1 and 7 is saying is it's trying to give us some feedback as to what's going on in this alphabet. And instead of reading, I'll just visually show us. So here's the pronunciation. I want everyone to follow along. A, a.
A, a.
I,
E.
R. L. E. I. O. Ow. Okay, someone unmute yourself and tell me the whole that we just pronounced.
A. E. R. U. A. I. O.
Okay, now this one here is so the tongue, this is a retroflex, right? So this is where the tongue is going to be. So so the tongue stays up. And then would be also the tongue is going to be up. Kind of like being like hurt, like punching. Okay, listen again. The good news is you will hardly encounter this L, so nothing to worry about there. However, the will be very common. Okay, next. Ka. Now, what's the difference between all these N's? You see that? These n. Answer, don't worry. The tongue will naturally be in the right position and will be pronounced automatically in the right way.
Yeah.
So we don't have to, so just say na.
No.
Okay. Next, cha. Ja. Na. Now, these are retroflexed. This is where the tip of the tongue is on the roof of the mouth. Da. Na. Now, careful here. This is where the tongue is up. Na. Okay. Now, dental. This is where like out. Ordinary na. Okay, labial. A labial means where the most of the sounds are focused through the lips, yeah, or on the lips. Swallow the p. Swallow the b. And aspiration, there is no swallowing, it's just open, like b. And ma, like mama. Ma. Okay, someone unmute and go, the whole thing.
K, g, na, ch, j, na, ta, da, na, ta, da, na, pa, fa, ba, bha, ma.
Excellent. Next, unmute, go.
Ka, kha, ga, gha, na. Cha, cha, ja, jha, na. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. Pa, pha, va, bha, ma.
Did everyone notice how there's a clear distinction between that b and b? Do you see how well he made that distinction? That's what we're talking about. So that was 10 out of 10. Okay, someone else? Go.
Ka, ga, gha, na. Cha, cha, ja, na. Ta, na. Ta, na. Pa, ba, ma.
Okay, now the labials, that p, that was like p, that was very obvious. So swallow that in. P, more subtle. P, and then p, and then b, no aspiration, b. Now also, okay, now I think I was looking at your lips with the dentals. The tongue is on the front. I should see that tongue. So go the whole, Renate, the whole dental row. Let me watch your lips.
Okay. Ta, 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 na.
Okay, now swallow that t, subtle, t.
Ta.
And d.
Ta.
Now go da, ta, da, da.
Ta, 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 ta.
I can make that th more obvious, that t.
Ta, ta, ta.
Nice.
Ta,
Okay.
ta, ta, ta.
Okay. Someone else? Good. Progress. One more.
I will go with Andre. This Gopala.
Go, Gopala.
Kha, kha, gha, gha, na. Cha, cha, ja, ja, na. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. Ta, tha, da, dha, na. Pa, 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 bha, bha, ma.
10 out of 10. Now also, we had the two couples, Sophie and Roji. Sophie, you said pronunciation is important. I would like to hear your pronunciation.
K, k, g, g, ng, ch, ch, j, ch, ny, t, t, d, d, n, t, t, d, d, n, p, p, b, p, m.
Good. Now, any questions about this?
Yeah, no. That's fine.
Can I ask a question, please?
Yeah, any questions about this? Anyone?
Yeah. So, in the first one, the ka, kha, ga, kha, the fifth one, the panchama, how do you pronounce that? Like, how is it different from the second one?
The velar from the kantya, from the talavya, right?
That's right. Yes.
Okay, so the first one, the kantya, when I say kantya, I mean most of the voices are in the focused in the throat. When you say sing, now say sing, and notice how there's a lot of vibration in the throat.
Yes.
Sing. Pause it at notice how there's vibration there.
Yeah.
Okay, and na is just very close to this ordinary dental na. You're not going to hear any difference between this na and this na. In fact, it says here, no worries. So say no, like n, no.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, the answer is, what's the difference between this na and this na? This na is sing, and this na is no. Notice how there's less vibration when you say n, no, versus sing. Okay, does that answer?
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Next is semivowels. I expect us to know what the word semivowels means. When I say semivowels, what comes to mind is also liquids. Liquids or semivowels. Equals ya. This is easy. Ya, ra, la, va. Again, ya for, well, yeah, just yeah, yes. Ra for, red. Well, not red, but just ra, radhika. La for La La Land, la. And v is between, not like v, like, see the difference? V, victor, incorrect. Victor, see how strong that v is? Victor versus victory, w. The, w. The, w. Okay, so v, incorrect. W, correct. The, incorrect. W, correct. Someone tell me, let me hear the difference. Mute yourself and tell me, let me hear the difference.
Victory versus wealth. Va.
Good, yeah. Excellent. So victory versus wealth. Okay, is there any questions about that distinction? The versus w. Clear? Okay. Next, sibilants. So when we say sibilants, here's the difference between sh, like shine, say shine, and then sh, and then s, like snake, and then h. Now, this sh is a retroflex. It belongs to this category here, retroflex. So this is when we say, here's a good example. This is going to be a tongue twister. Shishya.
Shishya. Shishya.
Shish.
Shishya. Shish.
Shish.
Shishya. Shishya. Shishya.
Shishya.
Okay.
Shishya.
Let me hear Veronica say.
Shishya.
Okay. Ashutosh say.
Shishya.
Good. Joy.
Shishya.
Koknur.
Shishya.
Bindu. And Bimal. Unmute.
Shishya.
Okay. Melanie.
Shishya.
Okay, so this is a good practice between these two differences. Shishya, shishya.
Shishya.
Okay, now the next is we want to remember these words. When we say anusvara, it's a little M with a dot underneath. So just remember now, anusvara means M with a dot underneath. Visarga, we have spoken about, H with a dot underneath. And this virama is when there's that little line when we talked about different verses, if you remember. Here it is here. Yeah, virama. So that's a virama there, that line. Okay, this is a virama here. That means it's a cut. That means if I remove the virama, then what do you have? Pustakama, right? So in order to remove that A, that invisible A at the end, right, or the alternative version, then we just make that little cut with a virama. Okay.
Like, would you also use an anuswara there? Could you use the anuswara there? Because that makes an sound, right?
Anuswara, yes, that we will get to later when we use the anuswara. So we just put a, there, a pustakam, like that.
That is also correct?
Yeah, that's also correct. But we will get to that later. So for now, we're just, right, so that will be correct. But for now, we're not going to do that. We're just going to put that traditional M with a cut. Okay, so this is basically what 1 to 7 is saying. Any questions about this table?
No, all good.
Okay, next. Okay, now we have 8. Okay, we talked about this already. When there is a vowel, someone pronounce these 3 for me, please. Unmute. Okay, what if we have like this? Okay. Okay, good. So that's it echoes the vowel. Vowel. Is that clear?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Grammar, page 24. Okay, so this we've just done now. This we have done. All right, grammar. Now we learned about this so far, remember?
Yeah.
We learned how to say gachami, gachasi, gachati. Is there any confusion about this?
No.
Okay, someone explain to me, give me some context. What are we looking at now when we look at this?
Aham gachami, tvam gachati.
Yeah. So, okay, we're not going to use
I.
aham. Yeah. So
Gachati is third person.
It's like you, first person, second person, and third person.
okay, so do we all know what first person, second person, third person means?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gachami,
Tam purush.
gachasi.
Which
and
one's this?
gachati.
Which one's this? What person is this?
First. First person.
First.
This one?
Second.
This one?
Third.
So first person, second person, third person. How do you remember? First person is always closest to you. That means I'm first. Second, that means someone is directly opposite you. And
You.
third person, like third party. That means someone over there. So he, I, you, he, she, or it. Okay. What's the context here?
Plural.
Two people.
Two people.
Okay, so in other words, this is, we call this what?
Singular.
Singular. What do we
Dual.
call it? We call this dual.
Plural.
And okay, we're not there yet. Now, this is, so if I say, give me dual third person,
Gachataha.
give me single second person,
Gachasi.
give me single first person.
Gachami.
Okay, let's go here,
Gachami.
plural. Let's go here now, plural. Gachamaha, gachata, gachanti.
Gachanti.
Okay, I will go slow again. Take note of the pronunciation. Gachamaha,
Gachamaha.
gachata,
Gachata.
gachanti. Again, okay, someone tell me the pronunciation of the third row, of the third column. Unmute yourself.
Gachamaha, gachata, gachanti.
Okay, Kathrik, unmute. Karthik, unmute.
Yeah. Yes. Gachanti, gachanti, gachata, and gachamaha.
Okay, good. Yamuna, give me the whole row, the entire thing.
Gachati, gachasi, gachami, gachata, gachataha, gachataha,
Gachataha, yeah.
gachataha, gachawa,
Gachataha,
gachataha, gachawa,
gachawaha.
gachavaha,
Okay.
gachamaha, gachata,
Gachata, aspiration.
gachata, gachanti.
Okay, good.
Gachanti.
All right. Someone else, give me the whole thing, starting from gachami.
Gachami, gachami, gachasi, gachati, gachavaha, gachatah,
Gachataha,
gachatah, 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 gachamaha, gachata, gachanti.
Okay. Now these two and these two tend to trip us up. Gachataha.
Gachataha.
Okay, so just gacha, and then just taha.
Taha.
Okay. Now just gacha, and then no aspiration. taha. Gacha taha.
Taha. Gacha. Wait, the t. Gacha taha.
Yeah,
Taha.
good. Now this one. Gacha taha.
Taha.
Okay. And this one again, just gacha, and then ta. Aspiration, ta. Okay, why aspiration? Because we have just done here, as you can remember, this is ta. So ga, cha, ta. Okay.
Andre, could you please write the Devanagari script below each of those words, please?
Yeah, this is going to be in.
No.
Yeah, this is going to be in. What is it called?
No.
Not yet. Yeah, it's going to take too long if I do it now. I'm going to do it on the website. Do we have any Devanagari?
We can formulate the words like kasha.
Yeah. Okay. So, do we know what this means now? When we say, if I say, pustakam gachati, what did I say? Pustakam gachati.
Is goes.
Single
book goes.
Okay. Pustakam gachamaha.
I go with the book.
We go with the book.
We go with the book.
We go to the book.
All go.
We all go to the.
Yeah, we all go to the book. Okay. Gachata, pustakam gachata.
You all go
to the book.
You two go.
You all go to the.
All go to the book.
Okay, good. So that's that.
Last one was all. Everybody. All.
Grammar. Okay, just a few more minutes. Those who want to practice Devanagari can stay after. Okay, the next thing that we have to know is parsing. What does parsing mean? So if I say gachami, how do you parse this? What does it mean to say parse? It means, what is this, single, dual, or plural?
Single.
So instead of writing single, you just say sing.
Grammar.
Right? You just say sing for short.
Sing.
Is this first person, second person, or third person?
First
person. First person.
So you write first, like that.
One.
Sing first.
Sing.
Okay. So, okay, why is this important? Because when we get into the longer sentences, especially for one who wants to know the grammar, they need to know what is this word? Is this feminine? Is this masculine? Is this neuter? Is this what kind of a compound is this? Is that a bahuvrihi? Is this right? Is this a first, third, second person? Is a single, dual? All of this you need to know. So in other words, parsing is going to help you to understand this grammar and integrate it much better than if you just write these words without knowing what they even mean. Okay, so that's why parsing is important. And I will start to check for parsing when I give you homework assignments, which you will have to submit to me, and I will mark, and I will see if you actually got all these parsings on top of every single word, because it's going to help you to remember what these words are referring to.
Okay.
So that's number 7. Okay, all of this you can skip because we will get that in the class much later. And also accent we can skip. I'm sure you've seen these accents before, but it's beyond just teaching now. Okay, vocabulary to remember. Vadati. Okay, so we learned gachami, right? I go. But now vadami is?
I speak.
I speak. So again, where is this vadati come from? comes from the root. Remember, the basis of any word is its root. So out of the root, you create a stem, which is vada. And then you put an ending, t, which means he, she, or it speaks. Okay. And then same thing here. You take the original root, sta, and then we apply a formula to get to the stem, and then we add onto the stem the ending, which is t. In other words, tishtati, tishtati, which means he, she, or it stands. What is tishtata?
They sit.
They stand.
Stand, sorry, stand.
Tishtata.
They all stand.
You all stand. You all stand.
You all stand.
You all stand. Yeah.
Good. So this is why I say these endings need to be well remembered. What is tishtawaha?
We all
We
stand.
all stand.
We all stand.
We too stand.
We all stand.
We too stand.
Yeah. So we too tishtawaha. Tishtawaha.
We too will stand.
We too
We too
stand.
stand.
Okay. So these words are to be remembered, so that we can do our homework. Okay. For example, gachami na cha gachati. I go.
She doesn't
She doesn't go. Cha, na cha. Okay, and she doesn't.
And
Now notice this order, na cha, it's not chana. So whenever there's a na and cha together, the order is first na and then cha. That's the rule. So I go and he does not go. Now what if I raise this na and I say gachami cha gachati? What is that?
I go.
I go.
Go and
I
she
go
goes.
and she goes.
Okay, good. So what is our homework? Our homework is to translate all of this without looking at the back of the book, because I will know, believe it or not, whether we're cheating or not. Okay, so we're going to translate this. How about this one? Kutra, what is kutra?
Where?
What is bhavasi?
Bhavasi is
You are.
You are. So where
Where are you?
Where you are.
Where
you are. Where are you?
Where are you?
What is just gachanti?
All of them go.
They all
go. They all go.
Okay, if we add na,
No, they all do not.
they all don't go. What is tishtanti? We just said tishta is stand.
stand.
They all stand.
They all stand.
They all stand.
And
We all go.
They all go.
good.
And they all go.
What
They
about
all go.
just prachati?
Ask.
They ask.
Okay, what about prachati na cha vadati?
He asks and he doesn't speak.
Say.
And he does not
Speak.
say. Yeah, or speak. Okay. What about we do not speak?
We do not.
Okay, what is just speak?
Vadati.
Vadati.
Yeah, vadati. Vadati. Yeah. Now I said, what is just speak? It's usually said as just to resort to third person single. So vadati. I know you can say now the stem wada, but you just say vadati, right? So we can all understand. So when I said what is speak, you just say vadati, right? So now if I say we do not speak,
Na
Nawadamaha. Good. We are not going. What about we are going?
Gachamaha.
Gachamaha. Okay, stop there. How do you now remember the difference between gachawaha and gachamaha? Okay, what is this V? There's a V there, right? V means two. 1, 2. And this m, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, right? So when there's an M, When
Very
there's
nice,
an M,
Andre,
when there's an
good.
M, it's a plural. And when there's a V, it's a dual. Easy.
The way I
Andre, I've got a
understand-
question.
Yes?
the way- yeah.
So in the exercise that you gave, it mentions just V. So is that a dual one or non like a plural form that we need to assume? Because in the above example, it specifically say we both go.
Yeah.
But in this translation that you have asked, it doesn't say we both do not speak or we both are not going. So which one do we choose? Do we
Yeah.
choose a dvivachana or?
Yeah, it would say we too. So therefore you assume a dual. But if it just says we, then it's all of us. That means plural, many.
Okay.
The other
Okay.
thing, Andre, which helps me is when it says gachamaha,
Yeah.
I remember it as M as many.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Well
M
done.
as many. So gachavaha is we as two.
Well done, lovely.
Yeah.
Andre, is there a trick also, or is there a tip also for the two, you two go and y'all go? Like gachat.
Yeah, okay, good. So you too,
Gachata.
it's just a little bit, maybe it's a little bit crazy, but when you speak to someone, you're usually like more open to them,
Yeah.
right? And so you like, you know, it's more like ta, you're more like aspiration, like in the face. So gachata, right? Because I'm speaking to you. Whereas if you're talking about someone else, you're more polite, like gachataha.
But I like it, I'll remember. I'll remember. Good, good.
Okay, so this is our homework. And all of the words we spoke about so far are right here. So you should remember, gachati, goes. Prichati,
Asks.
bhavati,
Is, okay.
vadati,
Speak.
vasati,
Lives.
tishthati,
Stand.
Stand.
smarati.
Remembers.
Okay, smaramaha.
Memory.
Okay, smaramaha, smarami cha.
They remember. Say it again.
Smaramaha,
We all remember.
We all remember.
All remember.
smarami cha.
And I remember.
Mara and I
What is Maramit? Ask. I remember.
Smarami. Ami is always I.
Me.
Ami.
I remember.
We all remember and I remember.
Okay. And na, you can always put a na to negate the word. So kutra, where, cha, and na. So now we know what our homework is. And next time, I will revise this when we come back first. And I will ask us some questions and invent some new examples. And everyone will get a chance to invent their own example and then pass it on to the next person to translate. Okay, so that way we can create some new sentences.
Mr. Andre, would you please repeat the homework?
Do we have to send it to you, Andre, the homework?
Not yet. This is at your own time, yeah. But there will be a time when I will require it to be sent, because I'll create my own examples, and you have to answer that.
Okay.
So for now, you've got the book. So the way it works is use the book if you get stuck. And usually, what happens is people will do all of these exercises, and only then they will go at the back of the book. This is an ineffective way, because what I usually do is I first do the exercise, and then if I'm unsure or sure, either way you go check, because it's fresh in your mind. So you got context, right? And then you move on to the next one. You do E and you go, okay, let me check. And you go back of the book and you check and then return back, because now it's fresh in your mind.